The Hawkeyes are up 59-50 because of plays like this are Reese's perfect combination. Sam Logic with a no-look to Theairra Taylor, the senior knocking it in.
Take a look at these numbers for Sam Logic. McDonald's All-American out of Racine, Wisconsin. She's lived up to her high school accolades as a college player. Over 600 career assists. She's got another year of eligibility remaining.
Only active player in the Big Ten with over 500 rebounds, 500 assists. Only player in the nation that averages over 13 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists. I mean, it's just amazing what Sam Logic is able to do on the floor.
We talk about all these wonderful things. She's got a goose egg in the points column so far today. But her presence has been felt, no doubt about it. Taylor rattles that free throw in, completes the three-point play. She's got 18 points. Alston, Ferguson, Moore, Ellerby, and Kraft, the 5 on the floor for Ohio State. They're in trouble right now, down by 10. Dixon picks up the loose ball, and Ferguson slow to get back down the floor. Hawkeyes, can they capitalize? No. Dixon the miss. Kraft was a big deal in the quarterfinal round against Penn State, had 24 points. She's been stuck on 8 points for a while for the Buckeyes. And Alston draws the foul. Called on Logic, her third. Let's go to Lisa Byington. Lisa.
That's a significant development there. Keep an eye on the foul trouble there for Sam Logic. Alexa Kostanek, you're looking at her on the bench right now. She has not played a minute yet here this afternoon. I don't know how effective she can be. We all saw her warming up. She twisted her ankle a little bit yesterday's game, and I mean, the Iowa athletic training staff basically told me she's gone through some treatments and stuff, but she is limping heavily on that right ankle. And she basically told the athletic staff, it hurts the most when I run, which is not a great thing when you have to play a game, obviously.
Logic has played all 25 minutes we've played so far today.
Maybe she can scoot.
If someone would just carry me, totally fine. Disterhoff with a whole body behind that three-pointer, and it's Ohio State ball. Two players with 3 fouls with 14:29 remaining for Ohio State Raven. Ferguson for Iowa, Sam Logic. Alston blows by Taylor, easy deuce.
Again, going right. You have to do a better job of playing tendencies, and Amaris Alston is so good off the dribble. You cannot allow her to have any daylight.
16 points for Alston. Doolittle inside, misses the layup, rebounded by Ferguson. Now the Buckeyes want to run. Logic blocks. Oh, she gets the benefit of the call. That's the 4th foul on Ferguson.
If Ferguson doesn't extend that arm, I'm not sure that that's a call. But she extends that arm. And there's Alston going right. Does such a good job of setting you up with moving the ball inside out. And then right there, that extension sells it for Logic.
It was going to be the 4th foul on either Ferguson or Logic, and Logic got the benefit of the doubt. Since it's on Ferguson, she has to go to the bench now. That's a pivotal play in today's game. Ellerby, nice block, takes it away from Peschel.
Reese Moore wants the ball. You got to give her a look. She's showing the numbers.
Amy Scullion back in for Ohio State. Alston, another blow by and another easy bucket.
She is so good at that. She does that in and out. When you're working on ball handling drills, the little in and out, you think they're going to cross over, so you jump or you shift your body weight, and Alston just comes right back and get by you.
Good play design, too, by Ohio State. Leaves the side of the floor open for her. Doolittle has it rim out. Buckeyes with a pulse. Only down by 5. Under 13 to play. And again, Alston takes it right to the cup. This one doesn't fall. That was on the left side. Logic weaves her way in and draws the foul.
Watch Amherst Alston. Fundamentals, the little shot fake, the hesitation, change of speed. Able to get in and get a layup. She is so good. Her body control, the way she uses her body to shield the defender and protect the ball.
So Sam Logic trying to get in the scoring column. Doesn't have any points, but does have 9 assists. Lead is back to 6 for the Hawkeyes. 5 seed against the 8 seed in our first semifinal. We've got the 2 and the 3 matching up in our nightcap. Nebraska and Michigan State. Stick-to-itiveness there by Alston results in her 20th point.
The pivot, the shot fake, the up and under. Amherst Alston has an array of moves she can beat you with. Bethany Doolittle not as quite as efficient in the second half.
Doolittle may have thrown an elbow. She is fouled by Moore, no doubt about that, but the reaction to the foul is what's being discussed right now by the officials. And I think this is going to be a conference and maybe even a look at the video. That was the field goal a moment ago, and this is what's being discussed. There was no contact, but that's neither here nor there. And the officials are going to go to the monitor and take a look.
You see the contact on the ball handler. You see the elbow foul, no longer an automatic flagrant 1 for contact above the shoulder. And the officials are going to check and see if it's a flagrant 1 foul right now. The only thing that may save Bethany Doolittle is that she at least tucked her elbows underneath. She was trying to keep the ball from Kate Kraft. She wasn't extended, but intent might be the key word.
It's always difficult for bigger players because whenever they try and take the ball away, other players are kind of right there at elbow level.
I'll never forget, Eric. You know, I'm not a bigger player, but Lisa Leslie was one of the best. When the guards are coming at you, those elbows are right at face level to get you.
Lisa Leslie, I love when you pull out names like that. That's terrific. All right, the explanation is being given to both head coaches. Doesn't look like Lisa Bluter is very happy.
It did look more like it was a ball swing as opposed to an elbow swing to me. It almost looked worse in real time than it did on the replay.
At first blush, it looked the worst. It's not the first time in a Big Ten venue that we've seen a Kraft get underneath someone's skin.
No, it's true.
Okay, so it's just a play on. There was a foul on Doris Moore. They decide nothing untoward for Bethany Doolittle after the review of the monitor. Dixon misses the 3. Logic gets another rebound. Hawkeye lead is 4. 12 minutes to play.
Nice pass, really good ball movement, and an even better defense.
And Moore rips it away, has the ball knocked away, but Doolittle last touched it. Buckeye basketball. Timeout on the floor. Kevin McGuff's Buckeyes down by 4. Tough break for the Buckeyes. They just thought they had the ball. It's now been given to Iowa. With more on that, Lisa Bluter standing by with Elisa Byington and Kevin McGuff.
Coach McGuff, you had some time there with the officiating staff. What did they tell you about that call?
I'm not sure, really. So I kind of got an explanation. I didn't really understand it. But we'll move on.
You have to take away a balanced scoring offense. How do you do that?
Well, we've been trying to mix man and zone, but, to Iowa's credit, they've been really good. They've made a lot of big shots, but that's going to be the key to the game. We've got to buckle down and get some stops here down the stretch.
Thanks.
Thank you, Lisa. Well, the original call on the floor was that it was out of bounds, last touch by Iowa. That was reversed during the timeout. It was supposed to be off of Ohio State. So with 5 on the shot clock, Hawkeyes have it, and they capitalize. Disterhoff, the inbounds catch, and the score off the window.
Well, it was important for Iowa to get a bucket. They'd struggled over the last 3 or 4 minutes, really getting good looks and high percentage looks. And now you got to be able to get stops in the defensive end. If you're Ohio State, you want to continue to chip away. I think they have to give Doris Moore a look inside. She concealed the middle of this zone in Kelly Peschel.
Alston with 4 on the shot clock and an offensive foul. Kevin McGuff just beside himself. That's the 3rd foul on Alston.
Well, Sam Logic does a good job of selling him. You talked about it, and Amaris Alston now called for the foul. She's got to be careful. What I like about what Logic did that time is she got on her right hand. She played that tendency.
Doolittle the spin. Soft touch for the 6'4" junior. Lead back up to 8 for the Hawkeyes. And a foul on Dixon, trying to stay with Alston.
Well, watch this move by Bethany Doolittle. Facing up, going right at Doris Moore. The reverse, a little bit of fadeaway, showing that athleticism.
Nice offensive day for Bethany Doolittle. Buckeyes going to need to mount a charge, trying to win their 3rd game in 3 days. It's Scullion, Alston, Ellerby, Adams, and Kraft on the floor. Long jumper, a little bit short, maybe legs an issue for Kraft and the Buckeyes.
Very stagnant offensively for Ohio State. The ball just being passed around the perimeter. They're not forcing any shifts in the zone defense. They're not attacking with that triple punch that they're known for.
Long jumper missed by Doolittle, but an offensive rebound. Peschel keeps the possession.
Big board by Callie Peschel.
Now Taylor going to work. Pass knocked away. Good save by Ellerby. And the steal, Logic finds Doolittle, who'll go to the free throw line. That was created by the strong hands of Sam Logic.
Sam Logic hasn't scored very often in this tournament, but she continues to make big plays, just being active. Deflection by Doolittle, Logic rewards her.
And Alston has just picked up her 4th foul.
You got to leave her in there. She's got to be on the floor. You've got a deficit. She's your best scorer. She's your best playmaker. She's got 20 points on the board already today. She's just got to play smart.
Doolittle gonna catch a blow. Replaced by Claire Till. 17 points for Bethany Doolittle. Skip pass to Scullion. And that one will be a block on Logic. She spent half the game on the floor trying to draw charges. This time she's called for the foul. It's her 4th.
They're not going to give her 3 in a row.
I don't know if that was a great gamble, picking up your 4th foul.
Yeah, I mean, you really got to be smart in that situation. And Sam Logic with her 4th foul, and Iowa having to go with Catherine Reynolds, who only averages 5 minutes a ball game. There's 9:43 left in this ball game. We'll see if Ohio State can take advantage of the leader for the Hawkeyes being on the bench.
Alston settles for 3. And now it's Taylor bringing it up and initiating the offense, with Logic sitting down for the first time. Taylor draws the contact.
Well, you see right here, Alexa Kostanek, their backup point guard. Earlier today, she was testing out that right ankle injury that she suffered in the quarterfinal matchup against Purdue and just could not push through it, could not push off, would be more of a liability on the court.
She hadn't come off the bench, even with Logic in foul trouble. Instead, Lisa Bluter turns to Catherine Reynolds. Scullion goes to the bench for Ohio State. Raven Ferguson back in. So the Buckeyes now, down by 10, have two players, probably their two best scorers, both in the game, but playing with 4 fouls. Talking about Alston and Ferguson.
Well, and you've got to gamble right now. The leader for the Hawkeyes is on the bench in foul trouble. You have to put your scorers on the floor, and you got to let them go to work.
Ferguson with the 2.
And Raven Ferguson is really dangerous in the middle of that zone, not only because she can shoot it, she's a very capable passer as well, but she can attack from that high post position off the dribble.
Disterhoff in trouble. Shot clock down to 5. And good hands by Kraft to knock it away. Ferguson. Rebounded by Ellerby. Gets it to fall with the left hand.
Oh, Lisa Bluter going to get Bethany Doolittle back in the ball game, because she doesn't like what she's seeing right now in the middle of the zone and on the offensive rebounds. And if you're the Hawkeyes, you've got to take better care of the basketball.
Reynolds comes up short, her first shot attempt. 8 minutes to play. Buckeyes can cut it to 4, maybe 3. Ellerby. What a day for Martina Ellerby. The senior from New Jersey doesn't want the career to end. She's got 15.
15 points. Martina Ellerby, a player who had been a role player, only had 1 double-figure scoring game coming into this season.
Timeout on the floor. Ohio State simply not going away, and it's the senior leading them. Martina Ellerby has got the Buckeyes within 4. Welcome back, everyone, to Indianapolis. The first of 2 semifinal games. Already 8 teams have been sent packing. The 8th-seeded Ohio State Buckeyes trying to win for a 3rd time in 3 days in a dogfight with these Iowa Hawkeyes still yet to play. We've got Michigan State and Nebraska. Should be a doozy. Nebraska winner over Minnesota last night. Michigan State surviving against their rival, the Michigan Wolverines.
Well, Ohio State has dominated in the paint, a 40-18 advantage. They've done a really good job of keeping Iowa off balance in the second half. It would help Iowa if Melissa Dixon could get going. She hasn't scored in the second half.
Sam Logic still sitting on the bench for Iowa. Picked up her 4th foul. And hasn't come off the bench for the last 2 minutes. Missed shot, rebounded by Disterhoff. Dixon from 16. That was much needed for the Hawkeyes. Alston and Ferguson both still on the floor for Ohio State with 4 fouls.
Now it's important for Iowa to be able to get stops. You got to get out on shooters. You got to communicate in the zone. Great high-low.
Ferguson with the touch pass to Adams. The way this game is being officiated, if I was Alston and Ferguson, I would not feel comfortable taking the ball inside. And a foul called on Adams as Disterhoff hits the deck.
Well, if we're going to see this ball movement, Raven Ferguson on the catch. Look at what happened. She gets the 2 players in the zone, the high side over the top. You just throw it up for Ashley Adams to go get it. Bethany Doolittle has her hands down. You have your hands up. That pass might sail out of bounds, or it doesn't happen at all. But we talked earlier, Raven Ferguson is very dangerous at that position because she can score, because she's a willing and capable passer. She is the true triple threat. You got to cover that high post person, and you got to have your hands up pressuring the basketball so it's not an easy pass.
Ellerby thought about it. Loses the handle. And Kraft, that'll be over and back. Wasn't able to keep it on the offensive end for Ohio State. Kevin McGuff thought it had been tipped by an Iowa team.
And Catherine Reynolds averages 5 minutes a ball game, has only played in 16, making a huge defensive play right there.
Doolittle. Ferguson looking for a timeout, and she got it. Buckeyes have the ball back. 5:54 remaining. And we're just getting started here at Baker's Life Fieldhouse. We will have more Big Ten tournament basketball, this of the men's variety, next weekend. BTN will have opening round as well as quarterfinal action of the 2014 Big Ten men's tournament live from Indianapolis. Coverage begins on Thursday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern, presented by Buick only on BTN and BTN to go. Final 2 days of the regular season, today and tomorrow. Michigan, we know, they're the #1 seed. Congratulations to John Beilein's team. They earned it. 14-3 through 17 conference games. We've got a game tonight right here on BTN. You got Illinois and Iowa. Game on in Iowa City, 8:30 Eastern time. With that last timeout called by Ohio State, that means they're down to just 1. In case you're wondering, the possession arrow favors Ohio State. Ferguson the miss.
Well, and down to 1 timeout in the ball game that could come down to crunch time. You haven't played a lot of players, not going very deep. You're in a little bit of foul trouble, so very important for Ohio State to play with poise the last 5 minutes of this ball game.
And that foul's going to be on Adams for holding Doolittle.
Well, she slapped at her and she had the hand on her. That's Adams' 4th foul as well. Adams with 4, Ferguson with 4, Alston with 4.
So McGuff trusts Ferguson and Alston with 4 fouls. Doesn't have that same level of trust with Ashley Adams.
Well, and I think you come out of that timeout and you see the way that Iowa is going to attack her. They're going to bring Bethany Doolittle out. They're going to take her off the dribble. So you make an adjustment, and now you see what Iowa is going to do to counter it.
Lead is back up to 7 for the Hawkeyes. They've led by as many as 11. Buckeyes have never led. Alston. That was going in yesterday.
I don't think you have to settle for that right now. You know, I think Amaris Alston, I know she's probably got in the back of her mind, she's got a couple of offensive fouls called, but she is good enough to get into the paint anytime she wants. She is good enough to force defensive rotations and to open up her teammates.
Disterhoff goes one-on-one and is rewarded. Ferguson has just fouled out.
Disterhoff uses a majority of that shot clock and does such a good job of using her body to gain contact. And Raven Ferguson has to go straight up and down. She gets a little bit behind. Disterhoff gets the advantage. And look at the way she comes over to the top. Body-to-body contact, but that's really good initiation and body control by Disterhoff.
And a tough way for Ferguson to lead this tournament. She has played so well through the first 3 days. 18 points for Disterhoff.
Allie Disterhoff has lived at the free throw line in this Big Ten tournament. She has gotten herself plenty of opportunities to get some easy ones. She's hesitant. You called it, Eric. She is hesitant. She is not attacking in the same way. She can beat anybody on the floor one-on-one off the bounce.
Foul called on Iowa, a Motel 6 sixth player. Raven Ferguson, who has gotten 9 points and will not get any more. She is fouled out with 4.5 minutes remaining in this one. Moore, crafty with the left hand.
Ohio State's continuing to get whatever they want in the paint. If you have that advantage, continue to get the ball to Doris Moore.
Hawkeyes continuing just to tread water with Logic on the bench.
Nice ball movement.
Dixon, rebounded by Ellerby. And here comes Sam Logic. She'll check in at the next whistle.
Give it to her every time. She's calling for it. She wants it. And I believe if that's Doolittle, that's her fourth.
Bethany Doolittle has just fouled out. Things changing rapidly here at Indy. Mike, thank you so much. Iowa on top of Ohio State by 6, 3:41 remaining. Theairra Taylor, the senior from St. Paul, Minnesota. She's had a real nice afternoon playing for these Hawkeyes, trying to keep her tournament alive.
Well, Theairra Taylor has been active and aggressive on the offensive end the entire tournament. Really the last 17 games of the season. What she's done today, 10 in the first half, 9 in the second half for 19 points to go along with 2 steals. And it's just what you expect your seniors to do. Be that leader on the floor, step up when your team needs you the most.
Now, my math is not great. I was under the impression that Bethany Doolittle had fouled out. She got a reprieve. The officials did not agree. That was only the 4th foul on Doolittle, so she still can play. She's on the bench right now, those 4 fouls, replaced by Claire Till. She can come back in if needed. Moore hits the 2 free throws, making it a 4-point game.
And that's a concern. 44-18 advantage for Ohio State in the paint. No Bethany Doolittle. If you're the Buckeyes, you need to pound it inside.
3.5 minutes remaining. Disterhoff, rebounded by Moore. Ferguson's already fouled out. Alston's playing with 4.
Good seal.
Ellerby, rebounded by Moore, snatches it out of the air and scores!
18-second chance points. Doris Moore wanted the ball. She didn't get it on the pass, but she was not going to be denied on the offensive glass. And now you get a little bit of sense that Iowa may be playing a little conservative, playing not to lose. Ohio State knows they don't have anything to lose. They're just chipping away.
Logic, a pull-up. Rebounded by Alston. Chance to tie or take the lead for the Buckeyes.
No ball movement that possession by Iowa.
Bethany Doolittle will come in with the next whistle. Moore's got it. With the left hand, a little bit short, offensive rebound. She's fouled.
She needs to touch the ball every possession. Doris Moore has to get a touch every single possession. She just goes up and snatches that board, finishes between the 2, gets it right here, gonna go to work. She has the advantage inside, gets another offensive rebound opportunity, and now gets to the foul line.
She is a senior. quite possibly playing in her final game. That means something to her. More a chance to tie.
Doolittle comes back into the ball game with 4 fouls.
An 8-0 run for the Buckeyes. Disterhoff left alone, blocked from behind by Ellerby.
Martina Ellerby, Doris Moore, Ashley Adams. Your seniors don't want it to end, making big plays. What a defensive play by Martina Ellerby. Gotta move the ball.
Shot clock down at 8. Taylor.
You kidding me?
That's the fall!
Are you kidding me?
Her second circus shot of the second half. Buckeyes need to answer. Shot clock at 10. Alston off the wrong foot. Rebounded by Disterhoff. And now Iowa gonna bleed that clock. We're down to 55 seconds. Lisa Bluter wants timeout. Theairra Taylor with the shot of a lifetime.
This is an end of the shot clock. You gotta make something out of nothing. Theairra Taylor splits through 3 defenders, flips it up, it goes in. Theairra Taylor had 21 against Ohio State on senior night. I think she's feeling that same kind of love here today.
Looked like she was tripped, was falling down. But some crazy English on that ball, and it falls. 2 more in their 21-point day.
Get it up there, give it a chance. You see right there on February 27, 21 points to go with 4 assists on senior day. Making plays when it matters the most.
All right, Ohio State. They need to force a miss and to get the rebound. They do have 1 timeout. Iowa has 2 to work with. Both teams are in the bonus. Should we have a tie-up, the arrow favors Ohio State. Doolittle, bounce pass, and Ellerby called for the foul. 2 free throws for Disterhoff.
I thought that was a really good play to run out of that timeout.
Oh, they changed the call. It's a charge. That's been the story of the day. There's been 3 separate charges that have been changed, or the other way around.
But really what happened was Sam Logic cut into the paint. That's what took Kate Kraft into the paint. So she almost set up her teammate for that offensive foul call. And it was clear, Kate Kraft was clearly there. But if Logic didn't cut, Kraft is outside the paint. She's not even in that position.
And now a discussion. Maybe this call is temporary.
Look, freeze it right there, freeze it. Look at where Logic is. That allows Kate Kraft to be in position. She's clearly outside the restricted area. She's there. Now, the question is she there before Disterhoff is in the air? And of course, Lisa Bluter doesn't like that call.
Both teams have been told to go back to their respective benches. And we're having a monitor review. 2 of the 3 officials taking a look at that most recent action.
Well, that looks like a good block from behind. I think the question has to be, was Disterhoff already in her upward motion, already on in the air, so to speak, before Kate Kraft got there? And that's close. That's a really close call.
So the call stands, offensive foul on Disterhoff. Buckeyes will inbound and have to go the full length of the court. Difference game clock and shot clock is a little bit over 6 seconds.
Iowa going to stay in this zone. You have to communicate.
And Ohio State choosing to use their final timeout. The 8th-seeded Buckeyes have already won twice in 2 days. Yesterday eliminating the top seed, the Penn State Lady Lions, trying to win 3 in 3 days and get to the championship round. Winner of this game will take on the winner of our second semifinal, Nebraska and Michigan State.
It'll be interesting to see if Lisa Bluter changes it up coming out of this timeout. Kevin McGuff got to look. They were going to play 2-3 zone that possession. He's thinking how we're going to attack that zone. You're also giving them an option. What happens if they come out man-to-man? And you see right now, Ohio State has no more timeouts. Most important thing, get the ball inbounds. And then you got to trust Amaris Alston to read it and Amaris Alston to make a play, whether that means scoring the bucket or finding somebody who can.
And you just saw on that reset, both teams are in the double bonus. So should there be a foul, 2 free throws for Ohio State. The 3 seed and the 2 seed just hanging out waiting with the rest of us. Nebraska and Michigan State, that'll follow our game break. Kraft, Ellerby, Alston, Scullion, and Moore. The 5 on the floor for Ohio State.
Backside, watch Alston on the backside. Got to talk about it. Good job by Doolittle getting in front of Moore.
5 on the shot clock. Ellerby. Moore touched it. It's Iowa ball.
She got a good look. It seemed like she had an awful lot of time to shoot that ball. That's a really good look for Ohio State, and Doris Moore almost able to come down with the offensive board.
Now the Buckeyes bringing in Ashley Adams to pester the inbound. The quick Malika Kennard comes in to try and get a steal.
It's a spot throw in. Iowa has 2 timeouts.
Buckeyes need to foul. They don't get one. And Dixon is finally grabbed, but precious time leaving the game clock. And we'll have 2 free throws for the Hawkeyes.
I'm going to tell you what, they didn't get Theairra Taylor right there. You're not going to have a chance because Iowa's a team that works on this every single day. And you can tell they knew exactly where their teammates were going to be. Brings me back to Lisa Bluter's pregame speech. Do you trust the person beside you? Do you trust the person on your other side? Are they going to be there when you need them most?
They got the perfect person at the line. Dixon, 89% chance to make it a 4-point game. No timeouts for Ohio State. Iowa, they survive. It was a fun one to watch. Really hard to lose if you're Ohio State, but a great win if you're an Iowa Hawkeye.
This will be the 4th finals appearance for the Hawkeyes, the first since 2010. They are loving it in Iowa City, and that's 12-0 this season on BTN for the Hawkeyes.
So we're down to 3. Iowa advances to tomorrow's championship game. They will take on the winner of our second semifinal, Michigan State and Nebraska. So the 5 seed, the Iowa Hawkeyes, already with 3 wins. They'll try and make it 4 tomorrow.
It's never been done. A team that's had to play on the first day, winning 4 games in 4 days. The Hawkeyes have the personnel and the team that could possibly do it.
Lisa Bluter winning this tournament in her first year back in 2001. trying to win it again 14 years later. She's standing by with Lisa Byington.
Coach, maybe it goes back to your pregame speech where you asked this team how much they trust themselves. You had some major patchwork you needed to do with people in foul trouble. How did you get it done?
You know, I thought that at the end we had some good rebounds by Allie Disterhoff, but this is a great team that we beat today. Ohio State's playing extremely well right now. I thought Beth came in and did well. We had to battle a lot of adversity and foul trouble, specifically in Sam Logic got into foul trouble. That was tough for us, and you know, I'm very thankful right now, Lisa.
Theairra Taylor has been quite the story off the court, and she is quite the story on the court. Describe and define how she is finishing out her senior year.
It's just amazing. You know, she gives you so many of those oh wow moments, and I love those oh wow moments. And you know, that last layup that she made was kind of one of those oh wow moments. She's playing really well right now, feeling very good going to the rim.
It certainly was an oh wow moment. 3 games down for you. What does it mean to get to this point, to the championship game on Sunday?
It's huge, you know, for us to be in the championship. We're the 5 seed. It means a lot for our program. We haven't been here since 2010, I believe, so it's been 4 seasons since we've been in the championship game, and I just think these kids deserve it. They've worked so hard, and they deserve this opportunity.
Thank you for the time.
Lisa.
Katie Witham with one of those kids.
Lisa, I have the privilege to be joined now by the lady you and Coach were just talking about, Theairra Taylor, and you guys led this entire game, but Ohio State did not go away. Ultimately, what was the key in pulling this one out?
Just composure. We played in close games before. We played in a close one yesterday, and we've been here before, so we just want to take that composure and that experience and try to pull it out that way.
You made an unbelievable shot. We talked about the circus shot, essentially, that you made. Just walk me through how that one played out.
I honestly don't even know. I really don't remember, but I practice a lot of those crazy shots in the gym just for fun, and you never know when you might need them in the game.
Well, and you needed it, and it looked good today for sure. The one thing that we harped upon a lot in the broadcast was how balanced your guys' offense is. It got you to this point and got you the win here today. What kind of difference does it make when everyone's doing it?
I mean, that's just the name of our team right there. We all think we're all great players. We all think we deserve the ball at the end of the game, and that's something special. When balanced scoring, I know we had 5 in double figures yesterday. It's amazing to play on a team like that.
It absolutely feels good. I bet now you have the opportunity to make history, do something that's never been done in the tournament. That's win 4 straight games and take home the trophy sitting right in front of us. Just the key to staying fresh and getting out there tomorrow.
Yeah, we just have to stay off of our feet. We know how important this game is. We're really excited right now, but we know we need to watch this next game and figure out who we're playing and prepare because we want that Big Ten trophy.
All right, thank you so much. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Steph, Eric, back over to you guys.
Katie, thank you so much. If ever a win was tailor-made, this one was. Theairra Taylor and the Iowa Hawkeyes move on. That's going to do it for our first semifinal game. Iowa wins by 4. Stephanie, Lisa, Katie, and I will be back for Nebraska and Michigan State. But now, let's send you to Mike Hall and Shelley Till.
I'm working my way up.